about some science this morning. While we're having science in the studio, you can have some science fun on sidewalks. Yeah, listen up here. You want to know more? Us too. Here with the Sidewalk Science Center, Alex Martin. Alex, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me on.
I think this might be a first. I don't ever remember having a telescope, especially one of this size here in studio. And I gotta be honest, our executive producer kind of strolling about downtown St. Pete and saw a lot of these. What is the Sidewalk Science Center all about?
Yep. So Sidewalk Science Center, I started this back in Savannah, Georgia in 2018, where we set up tables of science experiments, and people, especially during the tourist season, could come by, just do science experiments. And now we're 6.5 years out. We have 75 experiments and activities that we do in parks, plus our astronomy season that runs October through April. We have telescopes out in sidewalks and public parks and playgrounds almost every single night so that people can see all the visible planets. The moon is out right now. You'll see it next to Venus tonight, actually. They'll be side by side. And then Saturn, Jupiter, and Mars are also out tonight and through the next 2 months or so.
And it's more than just being able to see like a telescope. You're going to have someone there beside you, like Alex, who's going to be able to point things out, which, let's be honest, something I would definitely need.
We have, we point with lasers. We have big banners that tell everyone information about each planet and every object that kind of sits beside the telescope. So, as they're waiting in line, they can be reading about what they're looking at. We get lots of questions. Just people need a space where they can go talk to someone knowledgeable about the subject and get the chance to experience for themselves.
Oh, we're taking a look right now at some of the fun to be had out on sidewalks. Give people an idea. I mean, is it just luck when people find where you have set up? Because you say you're very busy. I mean, your schedule is quite intense.
So we do this almost every single day. This year, we're going to hit close to about 300 to 325 public sessions on sidewalks. But we do this at playgrounds like you saw there, Bradenton. We do this down at Bayfront Park in Sarasota, right across the street from Bella Brava in St. Pete is where we set up our telescopes for the most part right now. But it's all about getting people exposed to these concepts and ideas and giving them a place to talk about it, because you don't have to make time to go to a museum. You don't have to pay an admission. It's all free. You just walk up, you talk to us, you take a look through a telescope, you can stay as long as you like, and you can come back again and again, bring your friends, bring your family.
And you said all free. I want to make sure I heard of that, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And talk about the growth that you've been able to see when you started and had this idea in Savannah, and now you're able to do so many setups like you just said. I mean, that's incredible.
Yeah, in Savannah, it started just me. I got a permit from the city and was just busking in Forsyth Park next to the big white fountain, if anyone is familiar with
Yeah.
And then about 5 months later, I brought it down here to Florida and started doing it in Bradenton. And then actually COVID knocked us out for a couple months, but then we started up in Bayfront Park in Sarasota in June of 2020, and we're doing it there for a while. And we just kind of made SSC more recent in St. Pete after Hurricanes Milton and Helene knocked out our Bayfront Park and Bradenton locations. St. Pete has kind of been the star of the show. We've been there almost every single day since October 13th of this year. We've now hosted more than 55 events since that time. But this is just, you don't have to plan ahead. You can just be out for dinner, be on the walk, and you stumble
And if we see you, okay, do me a favor though, there are 2 organized events that I want to make sure and put the spotlight on, put the telescope on maybe. Tell us about these events though and how people can mark their calendars.
So that first one there, the Occultation of Mars. An occultation is when the moon passes a planet or a star in the sky and it blocks it out for some period of time. On November 10th, there was the Occultation of Saturn, which the moon blocked out Saturn. But from St. Pete, we actually got to watch the moon slide by Saturn. So Saturn was visible the whole time, and we had 1,100 people come out for that. So the Occultation of Mars, you're going to see Mars approach the moon, and then it's going to disappear behind the moon, and then an hour later, it's going to pop out the other side. So if you come down, you're going to be able to see that. You're going to be able to get pictures with your cell phone through the telescope. And we'll have 6 or 8 of these on the sidewalk. So it's not just 1 or 2. We're making sure that we can handle the crowd size.
Awesome. And then, of course, there's another one celebrating Mars. People can go to your website for more information. Alex, what a fabulous idea. Continued success. This is so cool. Sidewalk science. What's better than that?